Hello, everybody. Sorry I am not in class today. I have a very exciting job to do at my apartment that I rent out, which is called Be There When They Install a Door. So sorry I'm not here with you. I would much rather be with you than deal with dumb apartment problems. Anyway, so what you're going to be doing today is pages 3 and 4 in your packet. So that requires that you use a website. So you are going to go to Schoology, click on the Elements folder, day number 2, and you're going to click this PhET, Build an Atom. Once it opens up, you just hit play and it's all good. So the directions say, I'm going to do it here, Notability, so you can see everything I'm doing. So we opened it up, you want to click on Atom and expand the yellow boxes by clicking the plus symbol. And check the box for stable, unstable at the bottom right. Okay, so I'm clicking on Atom. I want to expand the yellow boxes, and I also want to click on stable, unstable. So it says just add protons, neutrons, and electrons and see what happens first, okay? So I'm going to add a proton, a neutron, and an electron. So how is adding a proton, how does that affect the charge? So if I add protons, you can see that's a positive charge. If I add more electrons, you can see that that's a negative charge. And if I add a neutron and a proton, it's still positively charged. So the neutron is not affecting the charge, it's just affecting the mass. So the first question, it says, when adding protons and neutrons, how does that affect the charge? Okay, protons are positive. Neutrons, no charge, so I'll just say no. And then electrons are negative. So the first thing it says to do is make a stable lithium atom that has 0 net charge. Fill in other blanks and questions below for this atom. So what you need to do is get your periodic table, find lithium, and see how many protons that is. Another way you could do it is you could just add protons until the word says lithium. So look, once you add enough protons, you're going to see the symbol, which is Li. It lights up the part here in this little table, and it says you're going to add protons, neutrons, and electrons to make it have a net charge of 0 and it to be stable. Okay, so as I add each electron, you can see where it's going. And now you can see that it's got 3 positives, 3 negatives, so 3 protons, 3 electrons, so the net charge is 0. And the mass number is 7 because I added 4 neutrons. And it is stable, okay? It tells us that it's stable. So what you need to do is draw this in your packet. You don't need to, you don't have to use the colors. You can if you want to, but just make sure that you label, if you're not using color, in the nucleus, which is proton, neutron, or electron. So since I'm doing it here on my on Notability, I'll use the colors that they have. So it has 3 protons, 3 electrons, 4 neutrons. The mass number was 7. And then now I draw it. So I start with my protons. There are 3. I know there's a faster way to do this. I'll make a bigger dot. Let's see how big that is. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 protons. 1, 2, 3, 4 neutrons. And then for electrons, they are on the outside here. Okay. Let me draw it. Okay. Oh, apparently it's pink now. Cool. Anyway, it has 3 electrons. And they are a little bit smaller. So they go here. 2 on this orbital, and 1 was on the outside orbital. Okay? So my electrons are the blue. That was really a little bit too thick. The electrons are these 3 blue dots. Okay, you can point to them. The protons are the red, in the middle, and the neutrons are gray. Okay, so here's the symbol. It's lithium. The 0 means it has a 0 charge. Which parts of the atom have to be the same for it to be 0 charge? If you look on the website, you have to have 3 positives and 3 negatives. So the positive charged particle is the proton, the negative charged particle is the electron. Okay, so I'm going to say protons and electrons. And which part of the atom has no effect on the charge? That would be a neutron. So now you're going to continue on, just follow the steps. This one, it says you're going to make it unstable, so you're just going to change one part, see if it makes it unstable. If it doesn't, try something else. But you still want to keep the charge and the identity of the atom the same. Okay, so you're going to continue this, and you are going to finish pages 3 and 4 in your packet.
Hi there, Kathy.